Greetings, Mayor Jeff Schielke speaking to you on Friday, January 28th, 2022. And I just want to make a few observations about things that are going to be happening in town and things that have had. This morning I had the duty to attend a memorial service up on the front lawn or the front stairway where the guns are at the old Kane County Courthouse on 3rd Street in Geneva. And the County Board Chairman, Corinne Pirog, and the County Board and the Kane County Health Department all were present and proceeded to pay tribute. We just have passed the 1,000th victim of COVID in Kane County. And so we've had 1,000 people now die of the dreaded disease, and so they wanted to make a commemoration of that and ask for prayers and memorial service. They had several nice speakers talk for just a couple of minutes. It was kind of a chilly morning to be standing there, but I just wanted to take my hand off to the Kane County Board and their chair, Madam Chairman Pirog, for the nice gesture that they did. There were several family members of people who had lost people to COVID that were there. And there was just a very nice sentiment with the whole thing. And so they're going to, they put a very nice wreath up on the walkway up the stairs. You go up to where the guns are. And they're encouraging people, if you've lost somebody and you'd like to put a sticker or a card or something up there on it, they've got an area for you to do that. And so I just wanted to commend the county, specifically the county board, the chairperson, and then also the Kane County Health Department, which has been saddled with a whole bunch of duties and trying to bring this whole thing together and make sure we try to get everybody with vaccinations in Kane County. And from that is where the Sam's Club building utilization came about, as were the satellite ones in Aurora and Elgin. And so Batavia has been at the forefront of this thing, and I'm proud that we have, because our death numbers, while we had a lot of people die of COVID, we had a whole bunch of other people inflicted with it, and they were able to survive because they got the shot or had the shot or whatever. So it's been a very trying situation, a memorable moment for the history books in Kane County, but hopefully we're, I don't know, 2 or 3 months away from it being totally maybe past us, but that remains to be seen. Another thing I'd like to do again is give my weekly speech about, please think about wearing a mask when you're out and about or going into a store. I know this has become somewhat controversial. I just had the opportunity yesterday to talk with the mayor of St. Charles, and she was talking about how she's got these folks that don't want masks, and they got this big situation going on at the library. And as I've told you before, I just put this mask on so that I could demonstrate. I have people tell me that when I talk with the mask on during this program that they have a hard time hearing me. So I'll take the mask back off for the point in time that I'm there, but we do continue to encourage people to wear their masks. Also, I just like that, I think I've mentioned this before, but this week we've had 2 of our department heads at the city retire. Byron Richardson, who was our wastewater treatment superintendent, we had his retirement yesterday, and today we are observing the retirement of Randy Dykey as Batavia Fire Chief. And both of these gentlemen have served our community very well, and I just want to take my hat off and thank them publicly for their services, because they certainly have made Batavia a grander and nicer and cleaner and safer place for all of us to live and work. And so, gentlemen, thanks for a job well done, and best wishes on your retirement going forward. I guess what I'd like to do with the rest of this program today is just kind of clue you in. We've got a lot of things planned for Batavia this year, and Batavia Main Street has just issued this poster that we have hanging down in the front lobby at City Hall. And just to share with you some of the things that they're going to do around Easter, on the April 16th, they're going to have an egg hop for small children. And then the boardwalk shops are going to be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday starting May 20th and going through December 18th. The farmers market will return to River Street from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. starting Saturday, May 28th and going through October. The Artisan Collective will go June 18th, July 16th, August 20th, September 17th, and October 15th. The Cocktails in the Park program, which is right to the north of City Hall here along the river, is scheduled to take place on July 23rd. The Well Batavia event is scheduled for May 28th. The downtown dinner table event which is on River Street, and it's one long table, and you pay, and it's a very good meal, and that's going to be on August 7th. And then the downtown block party is going to be September 4th. And Bat Fest this year will be October 29th. And Small Business Saturday will be November 26th. And the Winter Art Market will go on November 11th through the 13th. And finally, as has been the case this year, the Indoor Market, which is held over in Batavia Enterprises facilities on 1st Street, will be on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., going from November 5th through May. So we have all those events to look forward to, and hopefully if you wear your mask, and we'll be able to put those on. I know over the last couple of years some of these events had to be canceled, but we're hoping to return them to their grand and festive occasions that they've become, and we have a number of people who want to go to them, so I'm sure hoping that they can join with me and attend those. I want to also just make a few announcements about what's hanging down in the front lobby at City Hall now next to our Community Development Department. This week we've just hung the photographs and plans for the new Culver's Restaurant sit down and drive through, which is being proposed to be built at 470 North Randall Road, which in better description, it's going to be the parking area immediately to the south of the old TGI Fridays restaurant. Thank God it's Friday, and it'll be in that parking lot, and that will be going to public hearing for the Plan Commission in the middle of this coming month in February, and they hope to begin immediate construction thereafter and have it open by this time next year. But I have a lot of people in Batavia tell me they like Culver's, and Culver's tells me that they have a lot of their menu that's specifically directed towards senior citizens. So given the fact that we have now 6 senior living communities in Batavia, I think there is a big hue and cry for that. Some other things that are happening out at on Main Street, at 2074 Main Street, which is currently the site of the mobile gas station that's in between the car wash and just to the, which is then east of Holy Cross Church. We are going to be taking down the mobile station, and there's going to be a Casey's Market built there. And I'm thinking that's going to be very attractive. They will sell the gas as all Casey's do, but they have a very large convenience center with a lot of prepackaged vegetables and other types of foods. And so that one, I think, will be something that a lot of people will be excited about. And then on Randall Road at McKee Street, on the southeast corner, right to across from the Raising Cane's, we are going to have at 1994 McKee, we're going to have a Starbucks coffee restaurant with drive-through and a Chipotle Mexican restaurant with drive-through. And there's work going on out there right now on the site, so that should be putting that into place. And again, a year from now, that looks like it's going to be up and running. And another one I'd like to just mention that's under construction, we've got their plans posted downstairs, is we are going to be built into the old Kluber's Architectural Engineering Office, which is at 10 South Shumway Avenue, right south of Wilson Street. There's going to be, that building's been purchased and it's going to be remodeled into the Sturdy Shelter Brewery and Tap Room. And it's going to have a deck over the back of the building so people will be able to sit out and have some refreshments and look at the Fox River. And I've met with the owners. They're very nice people, and they have some neat ideas to bring to downtown Batavia. And for the really true old timers in Batavia who are watching this program, it was for many years, as I say, was the Kluber Engineering and Architectural area. Before that, the old timers like myself can remember when it was the single screen movie theater in downtown Batavia. And so we are kind of reclaiming old historic buildings for new uses, and I think there's a very positive spin in that. And so one of the things that I'm hopeful that the City Council and myself are going to be able to begin some conversations in a lot of fronts, along with our friends at the Batavia Park District, is to talk about what further enhancements we can begin to plan for the Fox River as it goes through downtown Batavia. And some of those are going to be much easier to do than others, but we're going to continue to work on this, because building the Riverwalk and all the utilization that we get in the area down here around the Peg Bond Center, I think speaks wonders to the Batavia's fascination with the river. And you only need to be here for a short time to see all the people who come down to the pond and stand in front of it and have their picture taken on their 50th wedding anniversary, or their wedding, or their prom night, or whatever's going on. That seems to be the Batavia photographic focal point. And so we've really got a lot of things going on here. One thing I would point out, there is some interesting situations in some of our neighboring towns that are doing this, and I have kind of a running joke with the mayor of St. Charles, whoever he or she is, because now there's been one of each in the last few years. They've done some very remarkable things there, specifically on their West Bank, and I am very watch those with great interest. They have a couple of restaurants up there. I know they have a place called the Brunch Cafe that's a favorite of several Batavia people who I know that tell me about it. And then I was talking recently with the mayor of Yorkville, and he's got some major ideas for his downtown, and they've just done some riverfront work down there too. So those are a couple of towns. Everybody's kind of getting into this whole idea of redoing the riverfronts in their downtowns. And so St. Charles is doing a nice job now, and the new mayor up there is very much of a fan of it. And I think that whole idea probably goes back to my old friend Sue Klinkhammer when she was mayor of St. Charles. She really pushed that idea, and I think today future generations and old timers both are going to look upon that development with great appreciation, as I'm hopeful many will look upon Batavia's developments as we continue to do them, because as you are hearing, we do have some neat and wondrous things happening in Batavia. And finally, I just offer the report that Mr. Schodin made the decision to close down his idea of building his facility over there at Washington and Wilson. But we are not lacking for people coming in, and I'm talking about folks that are in the construction business or in the development business, about wanting to do something on the Schodin property. So I think City Council will have some time. We're giving it a little time for everybody to kind of get their ideas and what together, and then the final decision on this rests solely with the members on the City Council. They would have to make a decision as to what we do there. But we are, I think, going to have some conversations here in the near term, which will kind of try to replan, refocus, and redesign that area a little bit, and we'll see what we get. But there should be a lot to be talking about in the days ahead. So I will end today, and I wish everybody a healthy time. I know I've got some friends that are going through some physical things with hospitals and doctors and that, and I just want to send a prayer and a best wish to the many Batavians who tell me that the winter gets them down, the weather gets them, and they're not feeling real well. So please watch yourself for COVID, and if you've got other problems, we are very blessed around here to have an excellent staff of doctors and hospitals immediately at our disposal. So please take care of yourself, and I'll look forward to talking to you next week.